on air and online. This is WSAV First News at 5.
A cloud of uncertainty surrounds Savannah's top cop tonight. What is Chief Willie Lovett's future on the force? Good evening. It is Friday, September 27th. I'm Andrew Davis. Russ has the evening off.
And I'm Tyus-Shaw. Thank you for joining us. It is a waiting game at City Hall, police headquarters, and throughout the entire city and county over the possible retirement or resignation of Metro Police Chief Willie Lovett. That is after city council members received word of a sexual harassment complaint against the chief by a fellow officer.
Now, that allegation is on top of Chief Lovett being named in 2 separate racial discrimination lawsuits. Council members actually got a memo about the latest allegation a week ago. For the past 24 hours, rumors have swirled about what the future holds for the chief and the department.
We are covering this story from all angles with multiple crews downtown. We begin now with WSAV News 3's Meredith Lay at City Hall. Meredith, what can you tell us?
At this point in time, it's really just a waiting game. We have multiple sources close to the chief who says he will put in his retirement today.
All right, and I can tell you the last time I talked with Chief Lovett was around 3 o'clock today. He did tell me that he had not made up his mind on what he will do. So we will continue to wait and watch, see what happens. Of course, bring you the latest. Meantime, residents and community leaders are undoubtedly watching all of this and wondering what is next. News 3 Sheila Parker talked to some of them today. She joins us now with that part of our team coverage.
Chief Lovett, of course, has been in the position of chief for just over 3 years, and those statistics show crime is overall down. There have been some high-profile incidents during his tenure, shooting at the Coastal Empire Fair and a rash of homicides over the Labor Day weekend last year, just to name a couple. Some say they would welcome new leadership at the police department.
If he should depart, I think the downtown neighborhood residents would welcome a new police chief.
We have an update now on the future of Metro Police Chief Willie Lovett.
The news is coming fast and furious right now, including Meredith Lay, who's right down at City Hall with the latest on this. Meredith?
Breaking news, the city just announced that they were going to be holding a press conference at 5:30, and we can only assume that this is the retirement announcement that we've all been waiting for.
More on that breaking news situation. We've now learned from multiple sources that Chief Willie Lovett has turned in his papers for retirement now. At 5:30, they're going to announce that Chief Willie Lovett, Savannah's police chief, will retire. Tina just got off the phone with the mayor, also with a lot more.
Yes, 100% confirmation from Mayor Edna Jackson that Chief Willie Lovett has... Okay, hold on just a second here.
We're having a little mic trouble here. Basically, what she's saying is Chief Willie Lovett will retire, but there's a lot more to this now that Edna told you, Ms. Mayor Jackson.
That's right. That's what happens when you're taking a phone call from the mayor during a newscast. I had to turn off my mic, but I can tell you that Mayor Edna Jackson just told me over the phone that Chief Willie Lovett did, in fact, turn in his retirement today. And this will take effect immediately. And here's some key points about this. I'm told that Major Julie Talbert will be the acting chief of police here for Savannah Chatham Metro, and also Terry Enoch will be the assistant acting chief. And moving on now, Mike Wilkins will become the major, the acting major.
He's of course moving from the downtown precinct where he's currently captain, and Terry Enoch, the SIP commander at this point. So there's a lot of changes going on. We're gonna have a lot more for you, including that news conference at 5:30. As soon as it happens, we'll get you out there for that. The chain of command is the interesting thing. Obviously, Major Tolbert is the longest ranking member of that department other than Willie Lovett himself, so she will now move up to the top. Captain Wilkins, well represented in the downtown precinct, done a lot with that precinct, moving up to mayor to fill her slot. The question, of course, will be where are they going to go from there with the next chief? Is it going to be outside or inside? And that's what a lot of people are questioning, including many of the officers I've talked to so far.
All right, we want to take you to that news conference live right now. City Manager Stephanie Cutter starting to talk now. Let's take a listen.
Stephanie?
Thank you all for joining us today. Today, myself and County Manager Russ Abold accepted the retirement notice effective immediately of Savannah Chatham Metropolitan Police Chief Willie Lovett, following 40 years of service.
I thought it was interesting also what City Manager Stephanie Cutter said too, that the work of the Savannah Chatham Police now, we're safer at any time than we've ever been, and it's not a result of one individual or one police department, but the entire community working together, putting the emphasis back on the community with the idea that everyone must work together to keep us safe, and also representing well on the outstanding command staff, including the people who will now take over.
We begin with our team coverage. WSAV News 3's Meredith Lay is live at City Hall. Crime and safety reporter Sheila Parker live at the police department. We will begin with Meredith, who has more now on this breaking news.
Now, I have in my hand the letter that Chief Willie Levitt sent to City Manager Stephanie Cutter as well as Russ Appold. It says, the City of Savannah and Chatham County, I've been able to serve for the last 40 years, and I have enjoyed nearly every moment. He goes on to say that the time has come for him to close this chapter of the book in his life, and he goes on to say, I have had the honor of helping to create one of the best police departments in the nation and leading an incredible collection of men and women. He goes on to talk about his family, but this is the time to say goodbye.
And team coverage continues now with News 3's crime and safety reporter Sheila Parker. She's live outside Savannah Chatham Metropolitan Police Department. She's got reaction from neighborhood leaders to the change. Sheila?
Well, that's right, Andrew. You know, Levitt spent just 3 years as chief, but he was with the Savannah Police Department for more than 40 years. So early today, neighborhood leaders were already weighing in on the controversy. The thought of a fourth search for a police chief in just over a dozen years has some in Savannah concerned about the future.
I am concerned about that. As always, Savannah is home, and I love Savannah. It's a beautiful city. Of course, we deal with the tourists and everything. But when we make that many changes as often as that, it just shows a lack of stability. And I think we're just better than that.
And of course, with the chief's retirement being announced this afternoon, many were also looking forward, with opinions seeming to be split on whether the city and county should look within the police department or outside for a new chief. Of course, the two chiefs before Levitt were both from outside Savannah. The letter today from the city manager said that there would be a nationwide search conducted. Reporting live in downtown Savannah, Sheila Parker, WSAV News 3.
Well, Police Chief Willie Levitt's career started in the early 1970s. WSAV News 3's Kim Gusby takes a retrospective look now at his time in office.
Chief Willie Levitt has not only witnessed our local department's evolution, he's been a part of it. Now, in his 40th year of service, Levitt has held every rank on the force, working his way up the ladder. He took the helm a little more than 3 years ago and made history by becoming the first African-American to hold the top spot. When Levitt was sworn in as Savannah Chatham's police chief on April 16th of 2010, it was the culmination of a long-time goal and the start of a 5-point work agenda he signed off on with the city and county. The beginning of his tenure was met with seeming success. In 2011, he sat down with News 3's Sheila Parker to reflect on his first year in office, saying overall he was pleased with what he and his officers were able to accomplish.
I think their performance has been tremendous. And I also have to add to that, I think the reception from the citizens of Chatham County has also been wonderful, and the assistance that they've given us. I don't think I could have asked for much more.
And it showed in the numbers. Crime across the city was on a downward trend. Community engagement appeared to be working. But in time, questions would arise concerning just how much progress was actually being made. As violence and shootings continued to plague the city streets, accusations of inconsistency in officers reporting crimes began to surface. But an FBI investigation cleared the chief and the department of any wrongdoing. Then, more problems. Earlier this month, we told you about 2 separate racial discrimination lawsuits filed in U.S. District Court against the chief and the city, alleging discriminatory promotion practices. The first filed in January by Captain Charles Hall, the second filed earlier this month by Captain Dean Fagerstrom.